today's Friday, but I'm here anyway. Incredible, huh? Yep. Today's Friday, but I'm here anyway. Is everything ready? Yeah, I think so. Hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Yay. There is one work that I have to do that is a bit annoying, and yeah, but I have to do it. So there are two things. There are two things actually. The bracers positions and the new visual key position of the sockets, they are not really correct. And I want to fix them. I mean, it's a bit of an annoying work because we will have to we will have to do stuff repeatedly. So it will be a lot of repetition. Hopefully some are already okay. So it doesn't mean that we have to, you know, fix them all. But we also have male and female. No. Yeah, in theory it is duplicated. Unfortunately. The only one that is different is the cran that is a single gender. Cran N. Okay. So for each of them, right? Yeah. So that is the complexity that we have, right? So we have but sorry, here there are some that do not exist anymore. There are some that do not exist anymore. So in reality, it's not that many. There is also the Innon. Yeah, because it is just extracted from the database, but in reality, it's less than that. Okay, do we still have stuff that is not valid, or should be 18, right? 3, 6, 9, wait, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What is double? Cannot see. Or it can be. Is it correct? It should be 17, no? It should be 17. What do I have double here? I don't know, I just copied over, so it should be the same. It's not 17? It's 19? We have 9 races. 9 by 2 is 18. Minus 1 that is genderless is 17, no? hello, Resildren. Hey, Ulla. I'm trying to, yeah, I forgot my skin. Well, I mean, I just started, Ulla. I just started like a few minutes ago. I keep the big skin for a few minutes just as an introduction, and then I switch it, right? No, it's correct actually. Is correct. Boys. Why? We don't have any duplicates, right? Apart from male, female. So is 9 without the cran? No, it's impossible. No, this is Enkidukai twice. That's why. There was Enkidukai twice, you guys, and you didn't tell me. Okay, so now it's 17. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, so to test it, the easiest way is to really test it in game. I think is the best, because if I test it, let's see which one I have the character and I can test it directly and which ones I don't. I can create new character obviously, but I already have many. Okay, let's start with the cran. The cran I think we kind of tried to fix already, but it was not perfect, right? But it was not too bad also, right? It was not too bad. I mean, it's reasonable. I think the cran we kind of fixed already. I mean, the one of the issue is the rotation. As you can see, the rotation is slightly off here, but I don't know if this is a problem with the item or is a problem because actually this item is like a funnel, right? So it goes in, and so that is why I don't know. Maybe we should change it. That is not going in that much. Let me see. Bracer should be under jewelry, no? No. Under armor. Bracers. Also, this one is in theory we can also improve the geometry, right? The geometry is very, very, very brutal on these ones. Yeah, we can. Yeah, you see, this one is particularly tricky because it's really a bit exaggerated, right? So is very large, is nearly double the size at the back, and is that small at the front, right? And so when you try to fit it into an arm, it's just not fitting, right? Because it's not that you have an arm that is that big here and is that small here. So I think it's really designed stupid, right? It's really designed stupid. So, I mean, it's impossible that you have such a muscle that here is like 3 times, I don't know even how many, but yeah, 2 times this part, right? I think it's very disproportionate. So my suggestion is that while we go through this, we also fix the item itself, because I think it's never been changed, and also maybe we can improve a bit the resolution, the graphics, right? So I think the texture were already upgraded, but I think that the model was not. I think the model was not. Okay. Let me just be sure that we get the item. And by the way, this item here, right? This item here, is it used anywhere? I don't know. I think I never seen it. Armor bracers, Brack normal, Brack lesser, Brack greater. Yes, okay. So the position is correct. There is also this one that I really don't know if we ever use it. Bracer 01. Bracer 01. No, Bracer 01 is never used. So this one, I don't know, we have this item, we never used it. Which is kind of strange. And do we also have a different texture for this one? Because we can add it, right? Maybe we can... So we can have another type of bracer. No, it seems there is only one. It's strange that it's not associated to anything though. I think we can improve that one as well. Let me just see, the texture is very low resolution. We can improve it. Okay, let's do that as well. So we have a bit more, but you know, I also wanted to create some bracers that are actually smaller in size, but armor bracer 01. As usual, I start in one place and then I start to do some adjacent stuff, but I think it's good. I think it's needed. I think it's needed. I think it would be nice. Okay, it's under bracers. There is also bracer 01. So here there are only bracer lesser, greater, and normal. Here there is bracer 01 with only one texture. Okay. Okay. I think we can upscale it 512 probably. No, that's good. Okay. Okay, so this one we increased a bit the resolution, right? And my face is stuck already. Are master bracelets for mages categorized under one of those shown? Yes. The if I go back like master blue, right? Master blue is on Brack Greater. So there are 3 levels, right? And Brack Greater is is this one, which I don't know if I really like at the end, because it looks more like a fighting. I mean, it doesn't really look like a, I don't know. I think at the time we didn't have another idea on what those should be, and so we just decided they were like that. But I think, I mean, if you ask me, I think I would like to change them, right? So I would like to have the greater being different, and this one just be another type of bracer, maybe used only for fighters or things like that, because these spikes are actually a bit weird, right? But unfortunately it's been like that forever. And I don't think that these ones can be used for the greater unless we really make, because the problem here will be the texture, right? Because the texture will be we need 6 of them, right? So that's the issue. We need six of them, 1 for each way. So I mean, it's not an easy change. I mean, if we want to do it, it's not an easy change. But what we can do without redesigning the bracers now, which is not the idea, is at least to fix this crazy idea, right? Because this is really not making any sense. I mean, there are things that are there since ever, right? And I just never touched. And I think the reason why I never touched them was priority, because I was thinking that maybe there was something more important. But at the same time, I think at a certain point we have to do it, right? So again, it's very unlikely that the arm of someone is like this, right? For sure here there is a problem, for sure. So at least these two needs to match. Now, if we want to have a bit of a slanted top like this, I think it's fine, but it should be a bit more reasonable than this, right? So we have to decide basically the sides of the arm, and then carry it forward. Now at the moment, in fact, what happens with the character here, right, is that, let me go in another view so maybe we can see it better, right? I cannot, because there is the release client. No. Maybe I can cheat by But yeah, you can see that the front part, right? The front part is really going inside a hand, inside the arm, right? So it's not. So there is a rotation issue. I mean, it's not that bad. It's only touching here, so it's not touching by a million. So maybe we can just make it a bit larger. I feel if I make it a bit larger, it will look probably. But and the back is definitely, well, the back. I don't know, it seems that on the crane is actually kind of working a bit, but yeah, but you see that here is too little, here is too much. So I mean, we can try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I think my idea is that we move this thing down, so we make it slightly larger, and we move this thing up and we make it slightly more straight, so that this part is nearly horizontal, right? And so that is the sides of the arm. Now this bracer is really old, so I think we should do some upgrades, but maybe I should do the upgrades. Like you see that it's like an oval. I mean, because it's assuming that it's perfectly aligned with the arm and the arm is an oval, but in reality it's not always like that, because like here is not, it's not aligned at all. It's slightly rotated. I don't know why it's slightly rotated. I don't know if it's the, I think it's because the socket is in a certain position, but then the arm, like in this case, the hand is rotating, and so half of the arm rotate. Yeah, exactly. Half of the lower arm rotates, and so it goes in a non-correct position. But I think here we have a bit of a problem. I don't know why it's not doing this together. Why? Why is not doing this? I don't understand why it's not doing it automatically. Unless, because there is one missing. No, there is not one missing. This is okay. I think the fact that it's a bit open at the back is okay, but we should not exaggerate. So I'm thinking if I should make it small. The problem if I do this, it's going to change a bit the overall shape, so it may look a bit broken. But yeah, I think we need to, yeah, exactly. I think we need to increase the resolution of this significantly. Double, at least double of what it is by doing that, right? And probably also this way. You may need a bit of a massage. Why my PC is what's going on? 30 FPS. Because I'm full screen or what? My PC is complaining a bit. By the way, this thing is not even straight. You see it? I mean, it's not symmetrical, it's not straight. I don't know why. This one we'll have to do manually, I guess. Now this way, I don't know if it's really needed. I think I fucked up slightly the... Well, a bit more than slightly. Some of these are not parallel, right? Are not a plane. I mean, it's still a bit significantly larger, right, here compared to here. So here is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 30% larger at the bottom. But I mean, we can move this up, but I think it will make damages, right? So the second thing is, yeah, the second thing is that, so this thing, right? So yeah, now it's not anymore. Now it's not matching anymore. Unfortunately. I mean, it's anyway a bit fucked up. I don't know if it was made by purpose, right, to make it not that symmetrical, so it was looking probably a bit more organic, but it's really kind of fucked up, right? Look at this one. Look at this one. It's nearly, I mean, it's rotated nearly 90 degrees. I don't know why. Right? I think it was probably made by purpose, right? To have it a bit more organic and not very straight, right? Which kind of makes sense, but What is this music? I think is one that we never heard. Okay. Wait. Why is not? Sometimes it's not. Does Alt J have a menu? 3-2 quad. It's this one. Max face angle. What do you mean? Between this and this, there is 40 degrees? I don't think so. Huh? That's a bit weird. Max shape angle. Max shape angle, it did it. Now we don't want to make this super nice or whatever, right? But at least yeah, but we want to upgrade it a bit. Yeah, I think I want to upgrade it a bit so that they are looking slightly better. Now unfortunately the object itself is not that great. I know, I see it, but you know, maybe we can improve it a bit. Now, I have no idea why the second string is so different and so large. I have no idea. Yeah, I basically don't understand why this needs to be that big compared to the other. I mean, I understand that the arm may become slightly bigger, but that much I think is impossible, no? Let me try to make it slightly less, and then we will see if it's possible. Okay, maybe something like this. I think it's still large, but okay. So now, if we take this guy, which is just slightly smoother than the previous version, and we and he is obviously having exactly the same. UV map, so nothing really changed, right? On the UV map, so we didn't break anything, hopefully. Right. And then I export this guy as normal bracer. Right, and now unfortunately we cannot go anymore with the release client. We have to go now with our client. Normal bracer. Okay. You see it changing a bit, right? So this changed a bit. Okay. Let's go. Wait. Yeah, I think we can go in our. I don't know if I have enough race. I think I should have all the. I should create one character per race in my test account because anyway I need it, right? And I should probably name them with the race name so that, yeah, that would be a good idea actually. I think one of the problem we have is when we have the robe, the wizard robe, and then the bracers on top, and that will probably never work. And that will probably never work very well. It's loading in. I think the bracers are all 512. I mean, 512 is not high resolution, right? It should be maybe... I mean, the bracer is a small item, but I think it's very visible, so maybe 1000 could be okay as well. I mean, here I have a lot of races. I think we should stick to one. I think we should stick to one for now and see how it looks. And then we go to another race. So pretty much the problem here is the same, but this is a rotation issue. It's not a... because you see that the arm is rotating. I don't know if I can easily solve that problem. I think to me it's looking better at the back because it's a bit lower and it fits better. But the rotation and the length, right? Because this one has been shrink a lot, right? This one has been shrink a lot. I think we have a bracer setting. And I don't remember if this bracer setting is in a data table. No, it's not in a data table. It's directly on the race, right? It's directly on the race. It's directly on the race. So under or class defaults or yeah, there it is. Bracer scale on the Y, bracer scale on the X and Z, right? So this is basically saying how much the bracer is morphed, right? And actually the 0.8 to me looks fairly short. I think I will try to keep 1 and 1.6 and see what happens. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to change this. So every time we change a number, we have to basically restart the client, right? I don't have a way. Well, no, in theory, wait, in theory I can, because I can attach it here, no? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, wait, so I think we can probably do this. Because it's the same, right? If I attach it... Yeah, let's do it this way. Otherwise I will, it will take me like 2 days. Look at this beauty. So I think the difference is that here this is not rotated. But anyway, so basically what we do, right? We attach we attach this guy this way, and then we give it specific specific positions, right? Now the problem is that we give it a specific position in addition to this, or that I don't know. So for example, it was 0.8, right? It was 0.8 scale. .8 scale in which direction? On the Y? Yes, on the Y. So it was 0.8 and it was 1.6. 1.6. Now, in addition to this, there is also a delta. You see it is X location 2.1, 3, 1.6. But I don't know if this one is really... I don't know if this one is the final or is in addition to the one that we already have, right? That I don't know. Because you see that here there is already a relative location, minus 13, for example, right? If I put it to 0, yeah, it goes there. Because the lower arm, okay. Because the lower arm, but minus 13.3. So if I say that on the Y I need another 3, so this means that is going to minus 10 or to minus 16. I think probably to minus 16. Probably to minus 16. That is not very clear though. Huh? And the 2.1 on the X. The 2.1. 2.1 is for sure is not correct. I'm trying to see if I can reproduce it here, but probably it's minus 2.1. I think all the numbers, yes, it's minus. All the numbers are inverted for whatever reason. And so 1.6 is minus 1.6. Minus 1.6. Well, actually here it seems that it's the opposite. 1.6. So this will make it fairly correct. There is a bit of rotation going on. If I make it 1 instead of 1.6, it looks like this. But it starts to touch the hand a bit. Start to touch the end. So it means that I have to go, instead of minus 16, so instead of 3, I have to go like 14. Like 14. So instead of 3, we say 1. Instead of 3, we say 1. Is a bit of an empiric thing, but let's see. So yeah, I think we can adjust it by looking in the editor, and then we can test the final position in game. But as you can see, it's taking a lot of time. I mean, we have 3 bracers and 17 models. So yeah. There is the reason. There is a reason why I never wanted to do this work. I never wanted to do it because I knew that it was a mess. It looks already better. It looks much better. There is still a bit of, yeah, but it looks much better. I like that. It looks much better. I mean, there will always be a bit of overlap, guys, but it's fine. I mean, we cannot... I think it looks better. Okay, so now the problem is... Does this work also with the other bracers or not, right? I think the changes we did to this model are good. It's slightly larger at the front and is slightly smaller at the back compared to what it was before. And I think it makes more sense. Now we have this monster here. Don't hold your breath, guys, because this thing is gonna take quite some time. It's a work of love and patience. As usual. As usual. Okay, this one also is super square, so we are going to... We're going to make it less square, right? These bracers are coming from another epoch. When computer games were different. These bracers are coming from the land of the unknown. I think it's pretty cool anyway that our game is so old and is still alive. I mean, I had some people asking me, right, why you continue to work on this game if anyway, you know, it's not good, right? Or anyway, it's not. I mean, it didn't make it, right, in any way. But I don't know if it's true that it didn't make it. I think he made what he wanted to make. So. Yeah, this thing is a bit more round now. Now it's not. Now this we need to fix because here is terrible, right? I don't think I can do a full run though. Yeah, as you can see, it's not it's not allowing me. It's not allowing me to do... a real cut. It's not allowing me to do a real cut. I think we did it now. No! Oh fuck, I fucked up. No, I think he fucked up. Yeah, he fucked up. Well, maybe me. I mean, why the inside is in a completely different place? Because... Okay. Yes, this. Okay, now do we have... Maybe we need more than one, but at least one at the very minimum, right? I think we can take this and just scale it. Now, if I just scale it... then it means that we have to reduce this one then. I think it's a bit uneven. I mean, I think it's a bit weird. I understand that the concept was that this thing was a bit in the middle, but I fear if I do this, I will do damages. I think I will do damages to the UV fairly significant, but let's see. Yeah, obviously. Obviously I did damages, my boys. We can fix it. What is this? Just a bit fucked up, huh? Just a bit naturally fucked up, but okay. Okay, so like this, they are a bit more... now, the thing that I don't like too much is that it's going up here a lot, and it's going up here a lot. So it's a bit weird, right? Why is not like this, right? You say, oh, because you want it to bump. Okay. You want it to bump, but you don't want it to bump on the bottom, though. Bah. Bah. Anyway, is more round, is way more round than before, right? Way more round. It's a bit uneven, like if it's been crafted really manually. Like if some crazy crafter decided to not do it correctly. Like if some crazy jeweler said, well, you know what? I don't want it to be too even, right? I want it to be a bit strange. And you see that this circle in the middle is not a circle at all. So it's here is very slanted or wrong or weird. Also, there's two ones at the bottom. I have no idea why they are the way they are. I mean, probably because we wanted to give him a bit of a shape, right? Instead of being just a cylinder. And I understand that, but if it's too much, it becomes just weird, right? Not... Not interesting. Also here is all fucked, but fine. Okay, like this is already way better than before. Maybe could use another round, another subdivision here in the middle. We can make it, I guess. No. Anyway, I will be very, 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 very interested to be inside a video game company and see how they work. I mean, how they solve these problems, right? How they solve these problems. I mean, if they are like having anything done. I mean, if, I don't know. It's not easy to explain what I mean, but anyway, this is the inside, right? The inside you will basically never see it, so I don't think I care about the inside at all. I don't think we care. I don't think we care about the inside. I think the inside can just be whatever. Okay, so now is more round, definitely more round at the top, at the side. So it's a nicer bracer, right? Than before. May not be the best bracer in the world, but it is better. So if we do a round off. Auto smooth and then ignore 50, apply. Okay, nice. Now we want to use this new model. There is the lesser, right? And we want to see if this model applies in the same way, right, or not. You see, this is the old one, right? This is the old one. You see how spiky it is here? And how spiky it is here, right? So now if we re-import it, it should look nicer. Yeah. You see that is definitely better. It's definitely better. Now the question is, if I apply it to our... is the music a bit too loud? Imperfection makes it more realistic. Yeah. Could be. So if I apply the same, using the same delta, I mean, it fits, but I mean, it's not bad, right? But you see, it is a bit high, right? It is a bit high. Why it is a bit high? Because actually I changed the vertical part. And I think that the reason is that the other one is probably shorter. I mean, this one looks very large, right? So maybe, you know what we can do? We can try, but they will never have the same sides, right? Because they are actually different. So that's the problem. They are different in shape, so they will never match exactly, right? You see this one? This one is way smaller than this one, right? By far. By far. By far. Can I make it this? I mean, assuming that the lesser one, the normal one is correct, can I make this one smaller to the point that it fits the other? I mean, I can, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Because in theory it should become, wow, you know, way smaller. I mean, here we are speaking of this. Right? We are speaking of this, which means that here we are speaking of probably this. Or less. I mean, I can try and see how it looks, but yeah, and here we have the opposite problem, that this thing now is too low. Okay, but let's say that now in this form is a bit more similar to the well, I mean, vertically really is not, because 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 no, on the side is not too bad. Okay, let me try. Let me try this one. What is it? Yes, it became better, but still, you know, the back is the back is very open and is very deep, right? So in other words, I think that this one, if you want to make it, this one cannot go, you know, this one cannot go longer than this. This is basically what we are saying, right? That this cannot go longer than that. Should actually be shorter than that. Should actually be shorter, like probably like this. Which means that everything else needs to move a bit. I can scale it, you know, proportionally a bit. Somehow, well, not exactly, but... Oh, what happened? Huh? So probably even more than this, but let's start with this and see. And I think anyway here it opens too much, right? I think I think that here it opens really too much. Because you see, it is larger than this one. Okay, let me try like this. I mean, it will never be perfect, we know. So in theory, you should go more inside now. Not by much, yeah, by this distance pretty much. We can see it live while we re-import it. So there is now, we re-import it. Yeah, you see that is going in a bit more. I think like this probably is a good compromise. It's probably a good compromise. I think is reasonable. Yeah, it's going in a bit here, but I think it's reasonable. Now the third guy. Is the greater. And this one is the one that looks the worst, I would say, on all races. Because if you scale it, it becomes a bit weird. Why we see this thing? I don't know. Huh? What happens? What? What the fuck? Is there something double or? Uh-oh. Wait a second. There seems to be something. Oh wow. It was all duplicated somehow. Maybe I pressed something and let me export it again. In theory it says that it is identical, but it was actually okay. The problem is, right, the problem is that if you have an arm like this one, which is very fat and very short, which in reality is not even true. It's not really true, but I think we could probably scale it down a bit more. So if I do 1.5 instead of 1.6, you start to touch here. I mean, I can go with 1.5 anyway. In theory, the original is like this, right? But you see that on this particular character, it's not possible, right? It's not possible. And if I do 1.5 on this one, it start to break. No, okay, let's stay 1.6. It's a bit larger, but is what we don't have. I mean, it's okay. Now it's okay. Now the problem is this one, right? This one has always been a bit weird, and I think one of the reasons is that it's going even bigger, right, and longer than this ones, and larger here, you see, and so it becomes really huge. Becomes really huge when scaled. So I think we should bring it back to we should bring back his proportions a bit. And maybe one day we will redo it, right? But for now, yeah, you see the way it is made is really not matching these sides, right? It's all over the place, right? It's all over the place. And I mean, in theory, I agree with the with the underlying idea, but I think it's too much. I think it's too much. And I'm potentially doing some damages, but let's see. Maybe not that much. Hopefully not too much. I'm trying to adjust it so that it stays within this range pretty much, right? In theory we should do it also from this view, but in this view, I think on this view is slightly better. Now, also this one is very square, so if we can add 1 or 2 loops, right? Some loops here, I think it will definitely benefit. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened here? Ah, because the separation is the opposite of what it should be. Fantastic. Huh? No? What happened? Wait a second. Why is not doing it? Because this one is in between? Maybe. Okay, now is yeah, this one is all fucked up, boys. This one is all fucked up. there are some vertices that are not matching inside outside, right? So they look really wrong. Like this one, for example, right? And this one is the same, so this should go like this and not go like this, right? To keep the same shape that he has inside. Anyway, can we add few loops to this guy, or is it impossible? Can we add? I don't understand what I'm looking at here. Oh, I'm looking at a crazy. Yeah, because it is the same, right? This should be cut off this way and not that way, I guess. Yeah, exactly. This model is all fucked up. Really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, so if you want to add a loop, now we can. Yes, now we can. Okay, so we add a loop. Here adding a loop, I don't think we can. No, I cannot. Maybe if we do this. But here is really broken, my boys. Here is really broken. Well. Nah. I knew he would do that. Okay, so we added, wait, because now I'm getting confused. We added this, no, we messed up the... Jesus. Okay, I have to move it. I have to move it as soon as I make it, because otherwise he will be lost. Right? Because then you see that he's not selecting it anymore. Because for whatever reason he's losing it. No. Too many keys I'm pressing. Okay, I'm just trying to make it slightly more round, right? Because it's a bit brutal as it is now. This part is all fucked up. This part is all fucked up. I don't even know. No. Bro, you had the vertex there. Why you didn't use it? It was just next to you. Why you didn't use it? Huh? Okay, so we have a split there, now we need a split here. What? Well, no, in theory... Huh? No, you should go from here. Huh? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Yeah, exactly. Okay, now we have a kind of a loop here. Right? May not be the best loop, but is definitely a loop. So we can no, we can make it slightly more round. This part is all fucked. I mean, we need a loop here. We need a loop here somehow, right? That can actually be connected to this, I guess, but... I mean, it's still super square. I mean, I'm trying to improve it, but it's still very square. Right? I'm trying to make it a bit better, but it's still giga square. I'm trying, my boys, but I think we need a split between here and here as well. I mean, we need to cut it off a million times, basically. We need to cut it off. Million times. A million times. Now, if I could select this loop and I could, yeah, I can actually. And what do we do with this loop though? We also scale it like this, or we scale it the opposite? No, I think we should scale it like this, but if I do it, then I have to scale everything. I mean, it is already a bit better. You see that there is at least a kind of a curve, right? It is already slightly better. I mean, the inside, boys, we don't really care about the inside. I mean, we can still try to make it a bit more round, but the inside is the least of our issues. This outside is very weird. For example, I don't know exactly why we don't have, you know, this and this, right? Like we should. And why we don't have this. And this. I mean, now I'm doing kind of small stuff, so I can also move on, right? But the point is that I think there are still some very weird things. Like, for example, this vertex is very, very strange. I don't know if I want to merge it with this one, right? Obviously, with face correct, right? Yeah, I think we should, right? So it becomes a bit more a quad, right? Now, I mean, it is a bit round than before. It is slightly better. It is slightly better. Yeah, this part is still all weird, but I don't know what happened here really. And what happened is that there is no horizontal line, I guess. Because you see that it seems, so this one is kind of correct, right? So it goes like this, like this, like this. So it's this line, this line. On this side, it's all fucked up. I don't understand. Like this thing is way to the inside, right? Way to the inside. But way to the inside. And this whole thing is way to the inside. I don't understand why. I think we have again the same issue of wrong edge. There is a missing edge there. Okay, I cannot spend like 2 hours on this, but fine. I think it is better than before, hopefully. I'm thinking if we should also make the horns a bit better. It should be kind of easy to do because in theory it's just a matter of looping here. And yeah, it doesn't allow me to loop. Then take this loop and scale it a bit, right? So that he has a bit more shape to it, but Bah. I mean... it's kind of bad anyway. I'm trying to improve slightly these things. Giving them no. Giving them a bit more shape. But yeah, it's not super easy. Not super easy. Well, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why this one is so broken? Bah. You may say bah. That's all I think I should say. Bah. What the fuck? Why is so broken here? Why? Bet. Less broken. Good job. Less broken. Good job. This one I really don't know where to start. Slightly better, boys. Slightly better. Slightly better. Hello, the ever wanted. Hey, hello, hello. I'm trying to improve this thing somehow. Is a bracer that we use for some like here. I mean, like here, how it can be so broken here, right? How it is possible that it is so broken there? Okay, better. He's improving, my boys. He's improving a bit. Okay. Okay, let's say that is like this. Okay, that is like this is better than before. Ay. What happened here? Ay. What happened? Ooh. Better. Yeah, there was a bit of a fuck up there, but we recovered it. We saved it. We saved it. Okay, guys, let's say that like this is slightly better than before. Okay, it's not fantastic, but it's slightly better. So save it like this. We export it like this. And this one is the gray. Ah, no, wait. I still need to do the, yeah. Let me do a round of shade, auto smooth, 50 or whatever. And ignore sharpness, apply. Yeah, so we did a bit of work there. Well, fine. This thing is not very. I think I will have to work more on it, but it's okay. Okay, so now if we go here and we re-import our grader bracelet. Boom. Okay, it should look nicer, hopefully. And now we try to apply it to this guy and see what happens, okay? I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think we brought them to a reasonable value, right? We brought them to a reasonable value now. Okay. So, so what's the point now? The point is that for every race, so let's say that we tested the bracer's position. Well, in theory we should test it in game, but they say that in editor this one looks good, right? In the editor looks okay. Now, if I change race and I go, for example, on the Klyros, like the Klyros is the one that we just fixed, so it should be easy in theory. The only problem, is that I need to reset all the variables, right? Because, yeah. So how the hell do I do that? I have to reload this. Yeah. I have to reload this. There is no other way. So when we change the race, we have to completely reset the sockets because actually they are different from race to race. So Yeah, this work is annoying. This work is really annoying. I know, but need a bit of need a bit of discipline. So okay, so now this guy is a different setup. So to know the setup, right? To know the setup, the way to do it is to go into the actual into the actual blueprint. And which is this one where we have our character, you know, fully working, and search for the bracer setup, right? This is the bracer setup. So we have Y scale 0.8 and 0.9 on the other. So Y scale 0.8 and 0.9 on the others. Okay, so this is his setup. Then we have -2, -2, +1. And we have seen that these are inverted, right? I think I saved... So compared to the standard socket, what I have to do, we said that I have to do minus, minus, plus, or not? Minus, minus, I think we said minus, minus, plus. I don't know why, but I think it was this way. When applying the bracer class values from the character blueprint on the skeleton to test, use minus x minus y plus z. That is what I think it is. So minus and minus is plus, so this will be +2, +6, +1. +2, +6, +1. +2. In addition to what we already have. Wait. +2 +6, which basically means 7. No, you see that it's not this way. So it's minus 13. So it's minus 19. Yeah, it's minus 19. So is minus x is correct, but is plus z. Is plus y. And the z is how much? The z is only 1, so GG finding if it's plus or minus. Yeah, it's probably plus. So it's minus plus plus. Minus plus plus. Does it look okay? Yeah, I think it looks okay. So I think that the Klyros is pretty much in good shape. The Klyros M is in good shape, at least in the editor. We can try the other bracers. Brack normal. Yeah, I think it looks okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but will never be perfect. Because every race is slightly different and this is a mess. If you want to do it perfect is another thing. Okay, I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. I think it's not bad. I think it looks at least decent, right? So I would say that in the editor, after all these fixes, in the editor, the Klyros Mail is good. Then we can test it in game, right? What was your race that you asked? Dermorian male or Dermorian female, Resildren? I assume Dermorian male. Okay, let's go Dermorian male. Dermorian male. So the only way is to reset this. Okay. Then we apply the Dermorian male torso and Dermorian male. Okay. Yeah, because our characters are modular, so every piece needs to be loaded separately, right? Okay, so now if I go into the Dermorian male, character, right? And we search for the bracers. Oh wow, here we have a very weird scale, but let's see. 0711, right? 0711. So the current way is we said 0711 07 1.1. So they look like this. So they are very short. They are very short and a bit more fat, right? Now let's see the position though. Let's see the position. The position is 002.5. So if this is true, 00 and then 2.5 should be plus, right? 2.5. So in theory in game it should look like 2.5. Oh wow. It's kind of broken. In theory in game, if I did my calculation right, which I really don't know, it should look like this. Okay, let's try. And then we can fix it, right? But at least we need to understand if we are on the same, if our editor test corresponds to the game, because launching the game takes forever and I cannot test it that way, right? So I need a oh my god, that ear. I remember when I UV mapped that ear, it was really a mess. Still a bit messy, but okay. Let's see if it looks like that or if it looks different. Definitely, for what I see, we can make it longer, right? Because the Dermorian male has a longer arm, and so I think we can avoid the 0.7. We can go, I mean, if not with a 1, but we can go maybe with a 0.9 or so. Let's see if I have a Dermorian male. There it is. Wave Rapey. What a hell of a name is that? Okay, now to this guy. But that we need to make it day. To this guy, we need to give him the bracers, right? So we go under what? Under jewelry. And we get our Crystal Way bracer. So we spawn it. And we test it. Yeah, it looks very, very similar to what we have in the editor. So it seems that we are at least simulating right, right? It looks very, very similar. Yeah, nearly identical. Okay, so if we fix it here, then we fix it there, right? Which is the good news. So I think that definitely the scale is weird, right? Because saying that this is a 0.7 vertically, I think makes no sense. So let me try a 1 vertical. Well, maybe a 1 is a lot. Maybe a 1 is a lot. Maybe a 0.9 is more proper. And in terms of sides, it seems to be really, really too large, right? Seems to be really too large. So maybe let's go 1-1. Yeah, we can try 1-1, but if you go 1-1, then we need to position it, right? Very, very properly. Having it a bit larger helps because it's easier to position, right? But anyway, so the first thing is that it is too high, right? It is too high. So we have to go down, and down is -y, right? Down is -y. So if we want -y, which is this, right? We need to calculate the distance between our -13 and how the hell we want it. Probably something like this. So it's -16. So it should be here +3. Right? Then we have a problem also in this direction. Well, we have a problem. We have a bigger problem on the Z, I guess. So on the Z, the problem of the Z is that it's the opposite. No, the Z is still plus. Okay. So if I want to go up, I have to go -Z. Okay. So we go -Z. Wait. At the moment, the Z at 2.5. I think we can go. It was 2.5, huh? So that is 1, so it's 1.5 of difference. 1.5. So we can go 1.5 less. So 1. Okay. And then, yeah, which is 1, is the same one here. And then, no, how is possible the same? Yeah, because it was the same number. And then do we also want to move it on this? That no, I think it's okay like that. Now, seeing it like this, I can probably make it even a bit smaller, but I think it's risky. Because if I do 0.9, it will start, you know, to creep in, I mean, to, yeah, the body, you see here? The body will start to be visible, so I think it's not a great idea. I mean, it is a bit larger, but it's okay, guys. I cannot, you know. I'm not Bethesda, unfortunately. So I think we go 1091. So 0,9 on the Y. Yes. And 1,1. Okay. And this number should be correct. So if we now save it. So look at how it is now. Look at it. Memorize. Bam, 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 bam. Did you memorize it? Okay, now we save this. That has the new coordinates for our Dermorian male. And now we test it again. And we have to do this for the 17 races. Oh my god. Well, we spent time in fixing the braces, right? So, yeah. But anyway. I think I had a file where I listed all the armor, but I cannot really find it anymore. ODS. Let me see 1 second. It's very strange. I think character upgrades. Ah, probably I found it. Wait. It was this file. It was this file. Yes, only the crown robe is... Now you see socket position. Okay, let's merge it with this file, because this was actually the file. Yeah, exactly. This was the file. Yeah. This was the file that I was actually remembering. Bro, please. Okay. It was control. Okay, let me, yeah, because so Klyros M, editor, okay. Hand bone too high. Hand bone. Ah, because this was the socket of the hands. But the socket of the hands, I don't know how to... I don't know how to do it. Because, well, maybe I can do something similar to this, but... Cran N... Cran... Cran editor, okay. Okay, now we have the, yeah, now we have the remote. So let's see, did you memorize where he was? Or not? You should, huh? So let's see what it is now. Ah, fuck, the Z, the Y is the other direction though. The Y is the other direction. Minus Y goes down. minus y goes down. Minus y goes down. And I said 3. And no, I have to say minus 3 then. I don't know. Minus 3? Yeah, minus 3. Minus 3. Yeah, this thing is annoying, boys. It's hard to figure out. It is a bit of a mess. I said minus y down, but why then I didn't do it properly? Because we did minus 16, right? Minus 16. Ah, yes, because I did the math wrong. Because between minus 13 and minus 16 is actually another minus 3, right? Yeah. So it should have been minus. Okay. It should have been minus. Minus. The problem, guys, is that I think we can spend another like 5 hours doing this, or 6 hours. But I think it's a good fix, because at the moment the bracers are looking all wrong and it really looks bad, right? It really looks bad. It really looks bad. On certain races, they are like on the elbow, right? Yeah, you can see it here already. That is way better. Fantastic. I think it looks very nice. It's still a bit large, but it's better than before. You say, yeah, it is a bit large, right? It is a bit large for his hands. It is a bit large, but if I make it smaller, I mean, I can actually make it smaller if we move it to the left, if we really want to do it, but it is a bit risky, because then it will go through the geometry. Now let's leave it like that, boys. Let's leave it like that. It is a bit large. It is a bit large, but guys, it's fine. It's fine. It is way better, right? It's way better than before. Okay. So Dermorian male. I mean, we can try the other types if we really want, but pretty much. We can try the other types. So that one is this one. So we also have this one and this one. Can I swap it? Yes. I think it's okay. Yeah, they are a bit big, and they are a bit big. On this Dermorian character, they are a bit big. Like these ones in particular are really, really showing, right? Big, but I mean, if you want, I can do 0.9, but then it will go a bit through the thingy. I will leave it like this. But anyway, I would say that for now in the editor is okay. I mean, in the in-game, this one we can say in-game okay. For the Dermorian M, in-game okay. And we can test them all again, but the one that we test in-game, obviously. Okay, let's go to the next race. Do you want to suggest the next race, guys? If one of your characters, what are your characters? I can do it first before the others. Otherwise, I will choose randomly. Randomly. If you have a suggestion, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going randomly. Actually, I will start with the first one at the top, and I will go one by one going down. So, Diaboli male. Diaboli male. Okay. Yeah, we will do them all. It will take all tonight, all tomorrow, maybe even a piece of Sunday, but let's see. Well, maybe maybe all tomorrow, not Sunday. And I can do a bit off stream so you don't go crazy looking at this mess. Okay, Diaboli Male. Diaboli Male. Torso. Diaboli Male torso. Diaboli Male collection. Ok. Diaboli Male. On the Klyros we said that it was kind of okay, no? Yeah, Klyros man, yeah. Diaboli Male. So we need to look at the bracer position. So the bracer size is all 09. All 09. So it is BRAC normal. Yeah, and you see that here is already all fucked up. All 09. That is super wrong. That is super wrong because this arm is huge. So this means that on the Diaboli Male you cannot see the bracers pretty much at the moment. It's all 09. It's for sure is wrong. For sure is wrong. And then there is 00 plus 3, right? Which is even more wrong because the plus 3 is, it means on the Y it means minus 11, which goes even more up. Sorry, minus 10. Yeah, which goes even more up. So this one is completely off, right? Completely off. So the first thing that I would do 1.1, 1.1, 1.1 minimum. And then I will try to go from minus 13, let's go minus 16 at least. Even more. Minus 19, yeah. Minus 19. But it's still super small compared to the character. Also, I see, unfortunately, it's a bit rotated. But on the rotation, wow, it's very rotated. The rotation, we cannot do much at the moment. So the only solution is to make it bigger. Wow, the rotation is insane on this one. Ay. The rotation is really big. Should we add the rotation to the 4? Because I mean is I don't know how many degrees, but quite a bit, I tell you. So it's like 6 degrees. Well, 4 degrees maybe. But yeah, it's very visible. Okay, anyway, 111 is still not enough, right? Let me see if we have a Z problem. Let me see if we have a Z problem. No, it's really that the arm is super big. Okay. So let me try 1.2, 1.2. Slightly better. Yeah, but the arm is huge of this guy. So 1.3, 1.3. Yeah, it starts to be reasonable. Yeah, I think like this is okay actually. It's unfortunately a bit rotated, but I cannot do anything about it now. Okay, so we will go 1.3, 1.1. So 1.3, 1.1, And we will go 6 on the Y. Minus 6 on the Y. Minus 6 on the Y. Okay. There is definitely a rotation problem. Pa 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 pa. My face is stuck, my face is stuck. My face is stuck. My face is not stuck anymore. My face is not stuck anymore. Why the followers and subs is not working? Huh? Wait. Why? You didn't tell me, huh? We are testing what? We are testing a Diablo email. There is a Diablo email. What happened? No. We lost the subs. What the hell? I don't even remember how to do it. Maybe it was under services? No. Overlay. 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 I don't remember when we did it. Events, timers. Nah, timers no. Events, Twitch. I think it was layout, if I don't remember wrong. But here it is. Overlay widgets. Yeah, overlay widgets, exactly. Follower goal, sub goal. Why we lost the sub goal? Sub goal. Sub goal. We lost it, huh? Lost it. I got it again. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it, my boys. What I was testing? Yes, I was testing this guy. I was testing the bracers of this guy. So under jewelry, let's spawn one for each type. But I've seen that pretty much if one works, the other work as well, right? So it's kind of, yeah, it kind of works. It's a bit rotated as we have seen, but it's way better than before for sure. It's 10 times better. Ah, this one is problematic for the rotation. Hey, I don't know. I can make it even larger. But then I think it becomes insane. Or I can go lower, but if I go lower... it happens to both though. Hey, is there rotation? 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 There is this arm is not exactly in the same position of the other arms, and so this thing needs to be rotated this way, like 4 or 5 degrees, right? Unfortunately. Can I do? Well, in theory I can do it, right? But I will have to do it ad hoc. So the bracers. I mean, I can do it, but PS character. No. Is in the blueprint. I mean, is in the editor. Bracer location. It's probably coming from PS character. Yeah, they're all here. I mean, we can add the rotation. The only problem of the rotation is that we can do it in one direction unless I add 3 values. Man, I can add a vector in theory. I can add a vector. Yeah, I don't know exactly why I did it this way, right? Why I didn't add a vector instead of having 3 floats, I don't know. That's a bit weird, huh? That's a bit weird. But yeah, we can duplicate it and call it bracer rotation, and we can make it a vector. Now the only problem will be to understand how to use this thing, because Z location, right? I think somewhere and then we need to do it left and right mirrored, right? So one should be minus but yeah, well, we can do it. I mean, we can do a set relative rotation. I would say we can do it. The only problem is to understand how to do it for the left and for the right, right? Because definitely they will be different. Right? So I can do this, but in reality it's not like this. It's not like this. Is one of the rotation is 0 minus, right? I don't know if it's this one or that one, but Let me see the X. I don't even know what axis I want to change, right? But in theory, we want to change these axes. So the Z-axis, y from 180 becomes because it moves the 180 here, and oh my god, I think the rotation would be a mess. Let's do 10. So it's very visible. Well, let's do 20. Let's do 15. So it's very visible, right? It's very visible. And let's try to do. Both the same for now. And then we will change it, because one of the two will be wrong, right? So here we are going plus 10. But is this one rotated differently compared to this one? Left bracer 0 180 180 0 180 180. No, in reality they are identical. So yes, I need to apply a different we have to find it out with random testing. I think there is no way. I have no other better idea, really. Let me just save this and close it so that we don't mess up again. I don't know why this song is always popping up. So we go 15 in one direction, okay? And we have to understand if that is the correct rotation or not. And also if the amount is correct. Hello, Javi. Why so hard to get some Kikiri meat? I spent like 20 minutes killing Kikiri. Let me check. Unfortunately, you know, our rules disappeared. So, but our rules guy disappeared. But why is that hard? I don't know. What I can tell you is the percentage. I have no problem in telling you the percentage. Let me see. NPC. Kikiri as loot number 30 Kikiri. Okay. Rules loot. Where the hell is that? I see. So the meat is 20%. The meat is 20%. So every 5 you should get 1. The feather is 50%. The blood and the claw is also 20%. So claws and meat are the same percentage. Maybe it's too low. I don't know. It's a good question. Is it too low? 20%? I don't know. I mean, it's true that it's easy prey, right? But I don't know. Between, you know, making a game and balancing a game, there is a lot of ground to cover, unfortunately. And yeah, we need to balance it. We need to balance it in terms of spawning time and everything, you know. Also value, like when you sell it, is then... Did I save it? I think I didn't save it because it didn't rotate at all. Wait, did I save? Oh no, I didn't. Fuck. Target. Yep. Yeah, balancing those things is very important, but it's also not very easy. Well, 20% anyway is not a lot. It's very low. Actually, I think we should increase it a bit because it's a very easy monster, right? So 20% you have it on other monsters, right? Like yeah, 20% is pretty much everywhere. So maybe on the Kikiri should be being a very easy monster, right? I mean, it's just a chicken. It should maybe be everything should be higher. At least the meat. Maybe the blood can be a bit lower. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. This is something that we need to decide, right? What is the right? How many you killed? You think? I mean, 20 minutes, but how many of them you killed? Like 10 or 100? I think he rotated. I think he rotated exactly in the direction we wanted to rotate, but too much. Yes. Yes, it was exactly the rotation that we needed. It was exactly the rotation that we needed, but obviously, yeah, you see that on the left is the opposite, right? So on the left, we should rotate with a minus. So this is the left. So with the left, and this was what? This was the Z. This was the Z. Okay, so I think we have to do like 5 degrees. 5 degrees. And on the Z, we need to invert. So we need to do a minus Z. Okay. Okay, so now we also have the rotation control if we want. So we can probably now make them really precise. Yeah, with the rotation we can make them perfectly precise. So in theory, like on the Dermorian male, I could, now that we have the rotation, I could really fine tune it up to the point that we can make it smaller. But probably I kill like 40. How much is 20% of 40? Divided by 5. So you should have gotten 5 meat. Exactly in line. 20% of 40 is 5. So the good news is that the game works, but the bad news maybe is that the percentage is too low. You mean it's working but it's annoying? Yeah. How much, I mean, would you expect to get a meet all the time or 50% of the time? That's the question, right? What is it? Because if it's all the time, I think, I don't know, it seems to be too much, right? But maybe it should be increased to 40, 50%. I rotated 5 and I think that it should be 6. But yeah, now it's rotating properly both sides. It should be 6 or 7. I think probably 6. I think probably 6. And it's a bit of a fine tuning here, boys. A bit of fine tuning. Okay, we will test it, but well, no, let me test it because otherwise we cannot move on. Let me test. While it's loading, we can do the next one, but okay, the next one is what? The Diaboli female. Okay, Diaboli female. I mean, it's a chicken if you kill it as meat, true. But the idea is that depends how you kill it, right? So maybe you butcher it so much that the meat is not usable. So also feathers, right? You always have the feather, but maybe you butcher it so much that you don't find a feather that can actually work. Or is not in good shape, I don't know, is not in good quality or whatever. But yeah, in theory I agree that it should be there. Maybe we should increase it. Maybe we should increase it. Maybe we should increase all the percentages. I think we never really did a reasoning, right? So I think we set them the first time, but we never did a deep reasoning on what should the value be. And the problem is that it should be considered based on what you use it for, right? So if you use it for cooking, how much is the cooking recipe for the Kikiri rare? How much does it cost? So all is connected, you know? All is connected. So this is what. This is really a rules department work, right? Where you are trying to match all the things in the game, right? And it's really a complex work. I mean, it's not just changing one value that is gonna do it, right? I mean, everything needs to be meaningful. And unfortunately, probably is not at the moment. Just pick out the fat Kikiris, exactly. Probably 50 would be okay. Yeah, maybe 50. Maybe 50. I can increase it, but I would like to know what is the impact of that. So like why you are harvesting it? Because you want to do some recipe or something? Which recipe and how rare is the recipe? I don't know. That is what we need to understand. And how much the recipe is helping you then as a player in the game with, I don't know, as a character, I don't know. All is connected. All is connected. 0909, 3 on the Y. 0909, 3 on the Y. 090909, 3 on the Y. where we set the positive. Okay, so this goes to 10. Okay, also this one is completely wrong. Also this one is completely wrong, because should not be +3, should be -3. Because this should go down, yeah, down like that. Even more maybe. Even more. Yeah, I think like that. So it should go. Do you think it should be like this? Do you think that the bracer should be closer to the hand, or it should be exactly in the middle of the lower arm? So like this. Probably in the middle of the lower arm looks better. Yeah, it does. Okay, in the middle of the lower arm, let's say. So this will be -3. I don't see any rotation, so rotation can be okay. And 090909, it is probably a bit. Can I do 08 without doing damages? Seems that I can. Okay. We can try 08, because this lower arm is very, very thin. I don't know why the Diaboli female has such a thin arm, right? Being such a big girl. But yeah, for whatever reason, it has been modeled that thin, right? I think we should actually change it. I have no idea why it's so thin, while the legs are so big. Look at the calves here, how large they are. So it's not very proportionate that he has such a thin, right? Such a thin arm. In theory I can change it right now if I want, but there's a bit of additional work. I think we can go 080809 and it works perfectly, and -3. So so 080809 and -3 without rotation. Okay. Meanwhile, let me test the. Doing some baked kikiri. Exactly. You see, you are baking stuff, and we need to understand what it means. If it was sold in store, I wouldn't mind so much. The recipe is in the middle level. It's in the middle level, huh? I think it's okay. It's a bit at the limit here. You can see a bit of the skin popping out, but it's okay. It's just a minor glitch. So it's fine. Okay, so the Diaboli male, I think we can say that is done. Diaboli male, we can say in-game okay. And now we go for the female. And this one should also be done. And then I think I'm gonna go, boys. Even if it's Friday, so, but I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, we need, I mean, this is a job, Javi, that I have to do, right? But it's a big job. So it's part of the economy. I started some time ago, the economy fix, right? And part of the economy fix I did, for example, the repair kit and the weapon DK, right? Which helped a bit of the money sink on the players. But yeah, as part of the economy, there is also, for example, how much the weapons are dropping, how much the loot, I mean all the loot, right? All the loot and the cost of that loot. I mean, all of that in theory should be balanced based on the benefit that that loot is giving you. And at the moment, I think there are some, we did some reasoning, but I would not bet that that reasoning is correct. So we have to redo it. We have to redo it. If you want to suggest some changes and updates, we can, I mean, I can listen to you, but you need to take it as a holistic view. So it needs to be in the context of fantastic. Look at that. Look at that, my boys. Perfect. Okay, we're fixing the bracers. Now the icon looks more square than the model because we fixed the model, then now it's more round, but the icon was a screenshot, right? So the icon is as the, but anyway, it's fine. Okay, this one was quick, so maybe we are improving because the Diaboli female took us very, very little time. Maybe we are improving. Let's do one more. Maybe we are slightly getting speed. Yeah, because in theory you can make the recipe and then you can sell it in stores, right? And you should get money for it. And the money that you get should be balanced with the time that it took you to make it, right? So I think I will do one day, I don't know when, but one day I will do a calculation, right? I will do a calculation for every item, how much time it takes to pick it up, to find it, right? Starting from the center of the plaza. So basically the time that it takes you to reach the point where the loot is, the percentage that you can get the loot, and the difficulty of the monster, right? And then if you have to bake it, or if you have to, how much time it takes to make it. And then that will be a value in time, right? For example, the total is 10 minutes. And then we have to understand how much 10 minutes of time are equal in coins, right? And then when we decide that, we can apply it to everything so that everything is perfectly balanced, right? I think that is the only way to do it, but it requires a bit of thinking. It requires quite some thinking. But I can do it. I mean, I have to do it because at the moment it's broken. Or anyway, it's not. Maybe it's not broken, but maybe like you were saying, it may be annoying, right? And in theory, it should be fun, not annoying. It should be rewarding, not annoying. But to move from annoying to rewarding, we need to do this time function. So to understand how much time it takes to get everything. I never understood why the base character of the male has the legs position different from the female, but fine. Probably just because he was born that way, but and we never changed it. Okay, so let's see on the Yankee Mail the bracer position. Bracer position is 0911 09. Zero 911. Okay, and then is 5 on the Y. 5 on the Y, which is probably completely wrong. 5 on the Y. So basically 8. Yes, it's completely wrong. So it should probably be 0. I mean, where it is now is not bad. I mean, I can do 1. And so go to 12. No. Minus 1. Fuck. And go to minus 14 or minus 2. Maybe minus 2. But apart from that, it's not bad. I think the position is pretty much okay. So minus 2 on the Y. Minus 2 on the Y. And the rest is good. Okay. That would be super easy if it works like this. Because now I understood that the mathematics behind, so it's a bit easier for me to... Before I was really struggling to understand what was the formula, but now I'm a bit better in this. Oh, we have 13 people. Hello, 13 people. We have 6 on Twitch and 7 on YouTube. Wow. Yeah, we are a very small channel. There are not a lot of viewers usually, but it's okay, you know. I'm working on the game and showing what I'm doing. It's not really a stream done to entertain. I mean, it's not. I'm not like scripting the thing, right? The stream. My 175 quality baked kikiri sells for a greater amount of 22.3. You see, that is completely wrong. That is completely wrong. Because how much time did it take you to make it? Right? And how much time... So I mean, now, killing a kikiri is easy, right? Yeah, and that's probably why it doesn't cost much. But the point is, if you go to a monster... If you go to what is this? I don't know. If you go, so you have to, for example, let's take the clacker, right? So go from plaza to clacker location, whatever it is. Okay? Then kill the clacker, right? Then loot, then random loot percentage, and random loot modifier, right? And maybe at the end you get, I don't know what you get, right? You get, let me see, from a clacker. No, from a clacker you don't get any weapons. Toxic clacker, okay. To toxic clacker, right? For example, this guy is giving you an ornate crossbow, right? At wow, probability 1. Holy shit! What do you mean probability 1? Really? Yeah, you see, there is stuff that is just broken. There is stuff that is just broken. Like this one is broken. I just found it now, but it's broken. I mean, maybe the toxic clacker is a bit hard to kill. I understand, but the fact that he has a probability 1 is really making no sense, right? I think I went to the toxic Grendel instead of the toxic clacker. Ah, toxic clacker. Here it is. Here is the guy. Here is the guy. Toxic clacker. By the way, is the huh? Is the texture okay? Anyway. So if I kill him and I loot him, you see? I get an ornate crossbow and I get a clacker leg and I get all of that stuff, right? Now, if I go to Arnquist and I sell... Now, maybe it is a hard monster, but I don't think it's that hard because a clacker is anyway a low-level creature. So if I go to this guy and I try to sell my ornate crossbow... Oh fuck, it doesn't bite. Why? Oh no, sell. He sells for 2,800, right? He sells for 2,800. So basically I can stay there, wait the respawn of the clacker and kill it. And at the moment, with a percentage of 100%, right? 100%, I get this weapon. 100%. I get this weapon. So you may say, oh, to go from, I mean, that location is a bit far away, maybe because it's inside the sewers in a kind of a weird place. So I don't know. Let's say 1 minute, right? 1 minute of time. Then kill the clacker. I think depends on the difficulty. We have to add the difficulty somehow, right? But killing the clacker, I don't know, can be 20 seconds, right? And then we can have a multiplier by difficulty, right? We need that because that is basically the time that it takes you to rank up, whatever. So the difficulty, let's say that is multiplied by 3 for a second, right? I mean, it's just making numbers a bit, but so the total will be like 60 seconds, right? And then how rare is the loot? 0. I mean 1. So it multiplies by, it adds nothing because it's 100%, right? So all the time you get it. So basically here we are saying that with a cost of about 2 minutes of time, right? 2 minutes of time, we get 2,800 coins, right? Now we do the Kikiri, what is it? The Kikiri baked, the baked Kikiri, right? Now we do the baked Kikiri. The baked Kikiri, you have to go and take the meat. How many meat you need? 1 meat? Hopefully 1 meat. And we said that is 1 out of 5, right? So it's 20% chance. So to reach the Kikiri, maybe it's a bit closer. I don't know if he's closer because actually I think he's in Oja. Where is the first Kikiri? To make it is fairly easy, 15 seconds, but getting meat is hard. Yeah, exactly. So you have to go to Oja. Do you have it only in Oja? Do you have it also in... Now the go-to, I don't really know if we should consider it because if you stay there, right? If you stay there, but it somehow to me, he has a meaning because. Maybe it should be the distance from the city center. Yeah, the distance from the city center. Whatever is the city. Because then you can sell there, right? And you have quests there and you have people there. So yeah, it should be the... Yeah, so let's say the Kikiri place... The Kikiri place is very close, right? Because it's usually inside the city. So maybe go to Kikiri is only 20 seconds, right? It's only 20 seconds. Now, killing the Kikiri is easy. So maybe it's 10 seconds. And the difficulty is 1 because it's a very easy monster, right? So we multiply by 1, and so we have total of 10 seconds, right? Then you need to, but it spawns only every 20%. So you basically have to kill 5 to get 1. So basically this 10 seconds is multiplied by 5, right? So it's multiplied by 5 times, right? Times, and so your total is 10 by 4, so is 50 seconds, right? Is 50 seconds. So we have 20 seconds and 50 seconds. Then you have the time to make the baked thingy. And I don't know how much it takes, but you need to have some skill. How is the difficulty? You said it is medium difficulty. So medium difficulty we multiply by 2 because it's medium difficulty. And you said it takes 15 seconds. So 15 seconds by 2 is 30 seconds, right? Is 30 seconds. So we have basically 20, 50, and 30. So the total of this thing is 100 seconds, right? 100 seconds, which is 1.6 minutes, right? So with 1.6 minutes of time, you get 22 coins, right? So, and this is the problem, right? This is the problem. That it doesn't make any sense, right? So this is exactly the calculation that I want to make on everything, and it should be done automatically by the game. So I need a way to calculate these things, and we have all these numbers and multiply them, and then have a table that is telling me the cost of each of the final items, being weapons, being materials, being crafted items, being whatever. And then I will compare it, right? I will compare it with what we have in the game today. And for example, you know, it's very weird that this sells only for 22 coins. It's very, very strange. Why sell so low? I mean, why? Why sell so low? Baked kikiri. I don't know why it sells so low, but it should not. Bakery kiri is not a food preparation. It's a fooding. Because it's not a final item. Price 8. Price 8 because I have it at quality 50. But because it is not a final dish, right? Is not a final dish, right? Is an intermediate dish or is a final dish? Because if it's a final dish... But anyway, yes, it's too low. I mean, it's too low. Definitely too low. The problem is that you can make millions in the game just by looting weapons and selling them, right? And I think there should be a moment where this guy has a limited amount of money, right? And he will not buy forever. Now, the problem is that they are buying forever. And I think maybe they should not. Maybe they should not buy forever. Maybe. Oh, Lauren is here. Okay, but yeah, it's a good point, right? I think I'm with you. I understand. This That is the calculation I would like to make automatically by the system. The system should be aware of that and allow to calculate it automatically and tell us where is wrong. So it's not that the system should decide the prices by itself, but he should tell us where it is wrong and where we should fix it. Fuck, I don't even have a single Enkidukai mail.
And here the story begins.
Baked kikiri with gravy. Okay, let me see how much it sells for. I already quit. Fuck. Enki mail.
The Enkidukai are from the homeworld of
Enkidukai.
a lush world of vast oceans and sprawling plains. They are a feline race with short fur. The Enkidukai are from the homeworld of Fonlarjit. Incredibly enough, you were born under the constellation. Your childhood and your adulthood were full of event. Decided to cross the portal and follow your fate.
I'm falling. No, I'm gonna shock him. This effect very good, huh?
Something went wrong.
But something went wrong, my friends. Something went wrong. Bam bam, a new compendium has been unlocked. Easy.
I sense your presence, traveler.
Hello.
Embrace my blessing.
Hi.
You may know me by different names, but in essence, I'm Mother Nature.
Mother Nature.
Guardian of all
Wow.
living things.
Good for you.
I have witnessed the
I'm just a cat
catastrophes that befell
that
your
walks
home
with
world
that walks in
and
a standing
many
position.
others. The repercussions of those events will endanger the delicate balance of the entire universe.
The entire universe. Oh my god. What the hell? Entire universe seems to be a lot. Yes, I think it works, but unfortunately on the bottom it is a bit fucked. Let me see. No, it's okay. 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 It's good. 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 We did also the Enki mail. We are going faster, guys. I think in 1 hour we can probably do it. Tomorrow though, but I think we are going faster. Now that I understood the logic and we fixed all the bracers, we are doing it faster. And it's nice. Enki mail. So I will do them all. I will do them all. I want to be asked, do you see some new player in town those times? Sometimes, yes. There are some new players. Do you want to know how many players register per day or per hour? I can tell you. Stats. I have my stats. I have my seeker stats. I have my seeker stats. 25 of July. Copy image. That is the number of characters. Number of characters in account registered per hour. Now, I don't remember if the green is the account. Probably the green is the account. And the red are the characters, right? So you see that like every day we get like 2 new accounts roughly. Because the fact that this goes down, it means that in these hours there are 0, right? So if it was 2 every hour, I think it would be a line, right? An horizontal line. So this means that somewhere the 24th of July, 2 new accounts registered, right? And somehow the 23rd of July, 4 new characters were created. And for whatever reason here, the 18th of July, 6 new characters were created. But consider some can also be me, can also be me when I do the test. So they are not stuck at the enter and never go inside. I don't think so. I think the new Draken plane is fairly easy, but but yeah, there are always people registering, right? There is people registering. There are people registering and downloading, but maybe, you know, they download, then they launch it, they see that there is no fantastic cinematic and they just uninstall it, right? Or maybe they try 2 minutes and then they say, okay, I understand what it is, right? And that's it. I think many people are just maybe trying the game just because it's free, but then they realize that maybe I want to play the new Assassin's Creed, right? And I understand. And I understand them very well, right? Or I want to play Expedition 33 or whatever, right? Or I want to play, I don't know, the new Harry Potter or something. I understand. I understand. I know my limits. I know. It's fine. We are fixing the bracers, which is very nice. All the races will have finally all the bracers correct. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. But I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I will see you tomorrow in the afternoon. We will finish this, and then the next thing that we will do, we will fix the visual equip, right? The visual equip. By the way, I didn't think that I can visually keep the bracers. Interesting. Yes, I can visually keep the bracers, which, I mean, it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, but I can. Interesting. Okay, I don't know if they are stuck. We can do another analysis, right? We can analyze where those people are in terms of coordinates, because we know when they disconnect, right? The position is saved. Well, the position is saved also during the game, but we know where they are, right? So in theory, we could do an extraction from the database of all the people that created an account in the last month, and to understand if they actually created a character or not. Maybe they just created the account and they did not create a character. I don't know. We can do a bit of statistics, right? But, you know, that's another work. That's another work. I have to choose my battles, my friend. So I can do, but I can do something, not everything. So I have to choose my battles, yes. But I think the game is improving. I see that at every time, you know, we're really improving the game. I'm pretty happy about that. The game is improving. Slowly, but it's improving. Definitely improving. Okay, guys, bye-bye. I will see you soon. Tomorrow around 4 or 5 p.m. Same channel, same place. Please leave a follow. If you didn't follow now, do it. Leave a subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice. And also remember that our game is actually released, so you can play it right now. You go to our website, you click on download, and then you can download it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. And here are all our socials if you want to follow us. Bye. Bye.